Hi everyone, my name is Bo. I make Flutter and software development tutorials and videos here on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about disabling users with Firebase, and specifically working with Flutter and disabling those users. When you want to deactivate an account, there's two different things that we can do. We can delete the account or we can disable the account. If we delete the account, then the user will simply be able to create a new account using the same credentials. However, we don't want this. The reason that we're deactivating or getting rid of this user is so that they can't interact with our platform anymore because they've been abusing it typically. The better approach is simply to disable the account and not allow them access anymore. So I'm going to show you guys how we can do that and how we can handle cases where the user is disabled. So first we're going to take a look at my Firebase project. You can see here that I've already created a demo, disabled demo app that we're going to use. And I've also created a little demonstration application where we have a couple simple buttons that allow us to check various things in relating to authentication with Firebase. If you have not used Firebase Authentication before, I recommend you check out one of my other videos that covers Firebase Authentication. And what we're going to do here, as we can see here, I already have a user. It's already signed up using the credentials. You can see here it says the account already exists for that email. And so I'm going to say, let's sign in instead. I don't get any errors, which must mean I'm signed in. So I'm going to check user status. And as you can see here, I got a user response. Let me blow this up a little bit more so we can see the full response. You can see here, email bleyldev@gmail.com. Now I'm going to go ahead and sign out and we're going to check again. And you see it's null. So that's the basic functionality of the buttons in the app. Now you can see here in my application, this is the sole user of this application. And to disable the user when your customer service or probably just you want to disable a user because they've been abusing the application, you're going to go right click on that, click on the triple dots, and you're going to click disable account. It'll give you are you sure window. You're going to say disable, and you'll see that reflected on the authentication page. Now, if we go back to the app, let's see what happens with this user. So we're going to try to sign up again, and it says the account already exists for that email. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the user status. There's no one signed in. I'm going to go ahead and click sign in now, and you can see here it says user is disabled. That is a custom message that I put. How that's being handled is the key piece that we're going to talk about. And let's go down here. This is my sign in method, sign in with email and password. So when a user signs in, we get different exception codes that can come back. We can get a user not found code, we can get a wrong password code, and one of the codes that can come back is the user disabled code. And so that is where I'm disabling that custom message. So when you want to handle the case in a certain way, you don't have to. You can simply do nothing and that user will just get frustrated not being able to enter your application. Or you can display a pop-up and let them know that their account has been disabled. It's up to you how you want to handle it, but what you want to check for is you want to check with a try-catch statement. You want to handle Firebase auth exception, and we want to check for the user-disabled code. And then that's how we can identify that. And you can check here user status. Even after I try to sign in, nothing happens. Now, if the user's been good or they appeal or whatever it may be, to simply re-enable the account, you can go through here, enable, and we go back to the application now, sign in, and you'll see here the user can utilize the application as if they never left. And it's really simple on how to do this. There are some ways you can programmatically disable the user. However, that involves using the admin Firebase package. Typically what you'll want to do is work with Firebase functions. It's a little bit more complicated, but chances are if you're trying to do this programmatically, you probably have the know-how to dive into the documentation and do that yourself. So I'll leave that up to you. If you found this video useful and you want to support the channel, make sure you click that like button below and subscribe to the channel.